Lord Shiva has married Dakshayani, the daughter of Daksha. So, by the arrangement of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva married the daughter of Lord Shiva married the daughter of Dakshayani. So, but Lord Daksha, the activities, the appearance of Lord Shiva is not according to standards, the standards of a demigod's life. So Lord Shiva is a totally renounced person. He does not dress like other demigods. He does not dress himself like other demigods. He does not wear ornaments, jewels, fine clothings. He wears ashes in his body. He wears crematorium ashes. He wears the snake as an ornament. He wears deer's skin. He wears hair and matted locks of hair. He wears rudraksha beads. He wears so many things like this. He has a trishula. He has a damaru. So many things he has. Is considered to be lord of the ghostly creatures, Bhutanatha. So Daksha did not like the activity of behavior of his son-in-law, Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is considered to be topmost Vaishnava, but Daksha Prajapati commits an offense against Lord Shiva by cursing him, by forbidding him in the participation of sacrifice. He forbade him the share of sacrifice. So he said Shiva is not eligible for getting the share in the sacrifice. So he cursed that he is not eligible to take part in the sacrifice, is not is eligible to get share in the sacrifice to Lord Vishnu. It's a great curse upon him. So Lord Shiva became very disappointed by this curse. But the followers of Lord Shiva, the Nandi, also counter cursed Daksha, and in that way Daksha lost his head. Like Daksha got the head of a goat and he was severe, the head was severe. That story is there. Sati, the chaste wife of Lord Shiva, Dakshayani, she unable to accept the insult, unable to accept the curse of Daksha. She did not like the misbehavior of Daksha. So Lord Shiva is neglected by Daksha, but Daksha performs various sacrifices without inviting Lord Shiva. But Dakshayani, Lord Shiva's wife, she is affectionate towards her father, and she wants to go there and participate in the sacrifice organized by Daksha, because she sees that many of her sisters are going there to participate in the sacrifice organized by her father. So Lord Shiva forbids her that don't go there, you will not be respected, you will be insulted. So like that, he has already cursed me, he has already insulted me. So better you don't go there. They don't like us, you don't love us. So better you don't go there. You will not be respected. So in that way, she had the affection for her father. So she left Lord Shiva and she went to Daksha's house, her father's house. She went to her father's house. So there also Lord Shiva, Lord Daksha, Lord Shiva is not respected because Daksha did not receive well the Dakshayani. Lord Shiva, no, on account of enmity with Lord Shiva, Daksha did not receive her own daughter, Dakshayani. Her own daughter, he did not receive well, so he neglected. And Dakshayani, the Parvati, the Sati, she taught herself that this body is given by you. Because of this, you are thinking of yourself as very high, but Lord Shiva is topmost Vaishnava. You have disrespected and a great Vaishnava. So she did not like that the Vaishnava is disrespected, her husband is disrespected. She did not like that, and she committed suicide. After that, Lord Shiva becomes extremely angry because her chaste wife has committed suicide. Lord Shiva becomes extremely angry, and he plucks out air, and he creates a demon to kill Daksha. And this Veerabhadra, he goes there and he severs the head of Daksha. He tries it, but he unable to do that. But at last he severs head at the exact location where the goat sacrifice or animal sacrifice supposed to happen. He uses the wooden kept for sacrificing the animal. So he uses the wood and he severs the head of Daksha. So after that, there is a great chaos in the sacrificial arena, and the brahmanas, they try to protect Daksha, but they are unable to do that. But they fight the demons. They fight the demons. Bhrugumuni fights the demons. So they all fight the demons. So Lord Shiva's Gana, they are very angry. They want to take revenge. They attack the sacrificial arena. They attack the brahmanas participating in the arena. They attack the demigods. So great chaos is caused. Great fight has happened between the brahmanas, Bhrugumuni, and the demons. There's a fight. So and then the demigods are defeated by the demons. They're severely punished, and they all went back. So this news has gone to Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma has asked them to beg forgiveness from Lord Shiva because he has lost his chaste wife. Now you all have to go and beg pardon from them. And then all the demigods will go to Lord Shiva and beg his pardon, and then Lord Shiva will get the share in the sacrifice. So he will give the benediction that his sacrifice can go ahead, can happen. So any sacrifice we do, we have to invite Lord Shiva. He's the topmost Vaishnava. So he should be given the share. So we should not offend any Vaishnava. Vaishnava aparadha is a great Hathi Mata, mad elephant. It will destroy the creeper of devotional service. Vaishnava offense we should not commit. It's very, very important. Archeshuladu Gurushu Naramati Vaishnava Jati Buddhi. We should not commit any offenses towards the Vaishnavas. That will destroy the creeper of devotional service. Jai Jagannath. Jai Bala Jai Subhadra Mai ki Jai. Vaishnava Namata Shambhu. Here we are seeing another story of a chaste wife. Gandhari married Dhritarashtra, who is blind, but he is from the royal family. So Gandhari remains blind throughout her life, following her husband who is blind. Dhritarashtra is blind from birth. So when the Gandhari knows that she's her husband, her would-be husband is a blind person, she also covers her eyes with a cloth, and she also acts like a blind woman. So because in order to become equal with her husband, she also becomes a blind woman. Husband wife relationship, there's a equality. So inequality, it should not arise inequality. So she also becomes a blind woman, artificially blind woman. She follows her husband in all ways. So she begets 100 children headed by Duryodhana. And then so during the battlefield of Kurukshetra, 100 sons of Gandhari they died. So they all left upon the advice of Vidura, Dhritarashtra leaves home and goes to forest and performs austerity. At last he gives up his body. So the chaste wife Gandhari also enters also goes along with her husband. So Dhritarashtra performs yoga, and he creates through the yoga he creates a mystic fire. He was living in a cottage, thatched cottage. So in order to quit this body and go to some higher planets, so he performs yoga meditation. So through the yoga meditation he wants to go to some higher planets. So he leaves the present body, old and invalid body, old body he gives up through some mystic power which is generated by the yogic power. So he has some yoga power in the yogic power. He uses that yogic power and creates a fire, mystic fire, and he burns his own body. So the chaste wife Gandhari also goes along with her husband who is burning in the mystic fire. So when you perform yoga, there is so much energy is generated, so much power is generated. So with that yoga, one can give up this body and go to any planet they desire. So here Dhritarashtra quits the body and he goes to some higher planets. And Gandhari also, she chaste lady, she goes along with her husband. So wherever the husband is there, the wife should be there. That is chaste woman. So she left for the forest, and she was living with her husband. When her husband died, she also she also embraced the fire of her husband. So this was practiced in those days. A chaste woman will enter the pyre of her husband, funeral pyre of her husband. Wherever the husband goes, wife also will go. So that was practiced by chaste women. Such an activity is not possible nowadays. It is unlawful nowadays. Government is not allowing such a thing nowadays. So that rite is called an entering of a chaste lady into the funeral pyre of her husband or her dead husband is called the sati rite. This action is considered to be most perfect for women. So this is considered to be very perfect for women. But later it will become very obnoxious criminal affair because the ceremony was forced upon even an unwilling woman. So because they are not trained nowadays, in modern days, women are not trained properly, so they cannot do all this sati right. Because some people have forced them. It should be voluntarily, they should be attached to her husband. Voluntarily she may give up the body, but that is forced nowadays. That is not recommended. Voluntarily they give up the body. Those days voluntarily they give up the body. If they do not have any children, they give up the body. So when they have children, they take care of the children. Now Kunti Maharani, she did not enter Sati. She did not. Her sister Madri, she entered the funeral pyre of her husband, but she remained to take care of the children, 5 children. Madri's 2 children, her own 3 children. 5 children she has taken care, that's called Pandavas. So Kunti Maharani has become a widow and she has taken care of her children. And here Dhritarashtra also is a blind, her wife is a blind. So they all gave a lot of trouble to Pandavas. So Kunti Maharani, also chaste woman, she also tolerated the all kinds of sufferings inflicted upon her and her own children. So Lord Shri Krishna has always saved them. Vidura has saved them. Lord Krishna has saved them. So in this way, there are various chaste women in the world like Sita and Parvati, Anusuya. So many chaste women are there in the world. Draupadi, so many chaste women. So they are very chaste and loving to their husbands. So they feel the separation of their husband like more burning than the actual fire. So they voluntarily absorb this sati right. There is no criminal force. So later in Kali Yuga, the people they are forcing such things. So the government has made it unlawful. So these are all the points. Chastity is very highly respected. Shyness of a woman is very highly respected. A shy woman is very highly respected than an shameless woman. So, thank you. Hare Krishna. Please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.